What's up, guys? This is the Vinyl Casket. I am Nick. This is the home of the lamest taste. To the lamest taste. Obviously, I'm Nick. This is my home for awesomeness. Thank you for checking out my weekly live comic book day review. Well, not comic book day, but comic book review. We get them, we read them, we bag and board them, we review them. Photos are ready. My Instagram post will be sprinkling out across the weekend. This is a crazy big week. Short week because I missed a day when I normally start reading them. So yeah, that hurt. A lot of stuff we're going to get through real quick. Remember to please subscribe, follow, like, and comment. Hit the bell on my YouTube at The Vinyl Casket and here on Twitch at Vinyl Casket. And my Instagrams are in the bio, right? Or not in the bio, but right here. Vinyl Casket and Vinyl Casket Comics. Please follow. I'm always appreciative of that. And yeah, and check out every Tuesday, except for last Tuesday, on at Manny Reads Comics on YouTube. We have a show, the weekly roundup. We're working on a better name, but we will soon be doing a monthly live stream. That will be really cool. And yeah, let's get into it. We're gonna start off real quick with a book that came out, I think, a couple weeks ago, but I missed. My shop had a hard time getting it, but finally we got it. I've read it, and that is issue 3 of Good Boy. It is an indie. It is from Source Point Press. Issue 3 of 3. It was a 3-issue limited series. It is announced that it will be getting a volume 2, so I'm very excited. Hopefully it's like a 6-issue series this go around. But amazing art, amazing story. It was fun. It was brutal. It was cartoony. It's this weird world. I really want more world building from this. Like, I'm not mad that it didn't do it. It's 3 issues. We got a nice put together storyline that opens the door for more, and I'm very excited about that. I'm very grateful for what we got. I'm going to give this an easy 9 out of 10. It was an amazing book. I'm very grateful to have that and finally read it. On to the rest of the indies. We do indies, Marvels, then DCs. We have issue 5 of House of Slaughter with that variant cover with the gray border. Awesome series, dude. I really enjoy this. Tinian is so interesting with this whole Something is Killing the Children universe, which is coming back at the end of March. Yes, this is awesome. Artwork was pretty solid. I love the tones and the color patterns they use, and this development of Aaron Slaughter, even though, unfortunately, spoiler alert, he died in the main story in House of Something's Killing Children. But here he's like the main character. You get to see his past and how he, this character building and this relationship that he's in and the backstory between both of them, and like you get to learn way more about this order and the houses of Slaughter. Like, you get to learn so much about that and the history between these different houses and these different organizations and how they work. And this is a really solid title. This issue was pretty, middle of the ground for it, which is above average. I'm going to give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. It was really good. Another really there's like a battle. You get to find out about like a flashback to why that guy got kicked out of the House of Slaughter, and how he took a bunch of his family's old vessels, the dolls that have the monsters in them, and sliced them open, released them, and had them around as distractions so he could attack the dragon. And I think he's related to 2 dragons, so that's really interesting. We move on to Image Comics with the one-shot event book, Super Massive, by Kyle Higgins and what's his name, Matt Parrott, the guy who's writing Power Rangers for Boom Studios. Wow, this is massive. Super massive. It's basically like a trade paperback. It's like a small trade paperback. Awesome read, huge read. Very excited for the Rogue Sun ongoing to come out. I think that is next week. And I'm super excited for Inferno Gold Red, a Kickstarter that I did contribute to. So when that hardcover eventually comes out, I will be getting it. It will be here. It will be an unboxing with all the extras and everything included. Very excited about that. My only gripe with this, I'll talk about it a little bit real quick, is that he keeps Marshall keeps talking about how, oh, like when this happens, like I don't want to be alone. Will you be on my side to Road Sun? Will you help me? Bro, you have a whole team of Radiants. Like, did you forget about them? But with that being said, Infernal Gold Red comes from another dimension, brings a monster with her. It combines with one of Radiant Black's villains. You get to see the introduction of Rogue Sun and what he's about. You get to learn about how, you know, that his dad was a hero and that's why he's a hero, but he hates his dad. And like these three have to work together because their powers get stolen by this new threat and they have to get their powers back and then fight it. Really interesting, really cool. Artwork was outstanding. This is a 9 out of 10, an amazing book. If you're not reading Radiant Black, definitely get onto it fast. Get Supermassive, get Radiant Red, get everything you can because it's amazing. We move on to Marvel with issue 1 and a variant cover. Oh, also, this was a variant cover. Sorry, guys. Nice. There you go. We also have the variant cover for issue 1 of Marvel's Ghost Rider. Scotty Young cover. Ghost Rider on a scooter. Really love this book. I got it for the cover, obviously. If you don't know, I'm a massive Scotty Young fan. I usually try to get his variants when I can, when it's financially accessible. But got it, read it, loved it. I'm definitely gonna read this. Hopefully, you know, I've cut down my list enough. This is a huge week. But it's like the last huge week for a while. For a very long time, actually. So hopefully it stays low so I can keep this. If not, I have Marvel Unlimited now, so I will keep up with this. If I have to do 5-issue little or 1-issue little when they get put on Marvel Unlimited, I'll do little updates if I have to drop it. But I hope not because phenomenal. Johnny Blaze has a scar on his head. He's living this whole brand new life, but he doesn't know what's wrong, but he's seeing nightmares. What whole issue explaining all this trauma and this whole life that he knows. Just to turn around and say none of that is real. Who caged him up there? Ghost Rider's got this. Artwork was beautiful. The build here, the emotional attachment you get to Johnny Blaze at this point is incredible. This was a solid 8.5. We go to issue 2 of Devil's Reign, Villains for Hire. Well, I do like the story. I really do like the story. And I think it's a solid story. And this is a 3-issue series, 4-issue series, 3-issue series. I like the build. I like the direction that it's going. I like this Thunderbolts team. My issue is the artwork between issue 1 and issue 2 was just so drastically different and like in a very bad way. In a very weird way. And it kind of turned me off. I'm just going to give this a 6 out of 10 because it definitely could have been better. But the story's good. Strange Academy issue 16. End of this issue was just like, why? Like, why is this happening? Like, I don't understand why it's happening. But it was strange. It was very strange. I was trying to figure out, you know, what's going on. Like, why would she, if she knows that Doyle's waiting, why would she make him wait? Why wouldn't she, like, let me just tell him I have to do something? I like the story that's being crafted here. Obviously, this is written by Scotty Young, so I love his covers. But his storytelling's pretty solid. I'm just very curious in what direction they're going to be going with. This is a solid, I want to say 6.5, 7. It's like bridging the gap. Issue 1 of Carnage Forever, because it's only going to be a one. It's a one-shot that with 2 little mini stories and like a fun cartoony comic in the back, leading into the Carnage ongoing, which is coming out soon, which I didn't think I was going to want to read, right? was not interested in it. This is coming out of Extreme Carnage. And 30 years of Carnage, right? 30 years of Carnage. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed both stories. First story is this little girl whose parent lives with her homeless parents that are squatting in a house, but they abuse her and they burn her and they treat her like crap. So she's hanging out in front of a burnt down church, drawing, and this guy's warning him not to go, that she shouldn't be around there because she'll go missing. And then Carnage finds her, and she's like her imaginary friend Cletus Cassidy. And she ends up killing a bunch of people and going crazy. That was really interesting. And then the other story was that this guard is coerced into setting off the sprinklers, and then Carnage comes flying out of them, kills all these guards, and then is teaming up to free Hydro Man. And Hydro Man's like, yeah, I'll be your host, but like, Carnage doesn't want him to be the host. He wants to just take and emulate Hydro Man's powers by killing him and going inside and figuring out how his powers work so that he can get stronger. And I really thought that was a cool idea, and I'm really excited to see where they're going with that, because like, that's crazy. He doesn't need a host anymore. He's ready to kill. He now has the ability to use Hydro Man's kind of style of power. 8 out of 10. I'm gonna get the ongoing, even though it's Rom V, which he's been ruining that ongoing Venom title. This Venom looks like it's gonna be good. I'm very nervous. Issue 5 of Tom Taylor's Dark Ages. I've heard people slacking on this title, talking mad shit. I don't think it's shit. It's definitely not shit. It's a good title. It is fun. I love Deadpool in this. I love the hybrid of Venom and Carnage combined on top of Miles Morales. I like stern, like grumpy, like older Peter Parker being like, you can't, like to his daughter, you can't come. I'm currently rereading the original Spider-Girl, which is just like that. So that's like mind blowing to me. Yeah, it's awesome read. It really is a really good read. I really like the art. I like the character development we're getting. I like the stylization of these characters and how he's depicting them as older versions of themselves in this situation. I think it's awesome. Love Tom Taylor. This is a solid 8 out of 10. Really excited because they just announced that he will be doing Deceased 3. Then we have issue 37 of Captain Marvel. This is the end of Last of the Marvels, I believe. I don't believe there's a part 6. Really cool story. It was pretty interesting. I like how Hulkling showed up. They wrapped it up pretty neat. It was just not what I was expecting. I thought it would have some more ramifications. I love this new binary character. Yeah, it was pretty solid. I'm gonna give it like a 6.5. Oh, okay. So we have issue 2 of Ben Reilly SpiderMan variant cover. Love this cover. It's awesome. And yeah, I really, really like this series. I think it's awesome. It's fun. It's if you don't know, these are untold stories of Ben Reilly in the 90s, in 90s comics, while he was the main Spider-Man, when MJ and Peter moved to Portland, and he took over because Peter thought he was a clone and Ben was the original. So I like this. I like this development, this therapy session, the whole Matt Gargan thing, Scorpion, but Scorpion's been locked up the whole time. So who attacked him? Is he really seeing these things? Like, he's settling down and apologizing for being a bad person to this guy, and then going and hanging out with him, and then with his other becoming friends with this another guy, and then Lady Octopus shows up. Ooh, artwork's good, story's fun, development's great. This is an amazing 8 out of 10, maybe 8.5. incredible run, incredible. And then we go to issue 90 variant. That was a variant cover, and this is the variant cover of Amazing Spider-Man, also featuring Ben Reilly and Peter Parker, leading up to a really awesome team up that will come into the next issue. I'm super excited to see where that happens. We get to find out that Beyond's been behind all these villains and all these things happening. The attempt to get Peter Parker out of the picture, and this Goblin Queen, and this whole big fight between Peter and the Goblin Queen was really cool. And Peter's working on it as a disadvantage. He's not at 100%. He's still hurt. He's just back in, but he's doing everything he can to fight this character. And I love that little funny remark where he was like, I'm pretty sure there already is a Goblin Queen. And she was like, no, Queen Goblin. I'm like, oh, it sounds like Green Goblin. That was hilarious. This series hits and then misses, and then hits and then misses, and then misses and then misses, and then hits and then miss. It's fun though. This issue was fun. I did really enjoy this. I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. It was a really good issue. Hopefully when they renumber it, it's good every time. We have issue 11 of Robin with a cover and the cardstock, because I couldn't get both at the time that I was supposed to, and I really wanted to read it, so I grabbed it. I think I'm only missing 2 or 3 of the Manipul cardstock variants, but this one's awesome with Robin's, is it issue 11? Issue 11 of Robin, featuring his dad, Batman, and his mom, Talia al Ghul. Yeah, so the tournament arc is over, and we're finally starting a brand new arc. So we have 10 issues of this big story arc leading into the story arc, then having the tournament go on, having like one issue that kind of pulled out of the tournament that went back in, and now we did that flashback issue that kind of ended everything, and now finally we're on a new story arc where they're hunting down these guys, and his parents, his mom and his grandfather came up and attacked the grandmother and the great-grandmother. Awesome. I'm super excited. This will be leading into, is it Shadow War? Is that what it's called? Shadow War? Super excited. And with that being said, we hop into issue 6. That was a 8 out of 10. We hop into issue 6 of Deathstroke Inc., which is going to also go into Shadow War. Awesome cardstock cover. You get to see his daughter and whoever Respawn is at the end of this. Bunch of crazy stuff. Really cool artwork. The Justice League, weird version of the Justice League gets involved. I think it's Justice League Dark. There's some members of Justice League Dark, some members of Justice League very strange. Oracle's involved. The Secret Society or whatever it is. A lot of crazy stuff. He's starting Deathstroke Inc. and he's this king, and dude, solid 8 out of 10. Wild story. Like, I'm really am enjoying it. We go on to issue 12, cardstock cover of Teen Titans Academy. Thank God. I didn't think I was going to get this week. But I got it. I love it. I love the cover. I hate the story. It feels like so we have 12 issues of them holding over who's Red X, Red X this, Red X that, just to be one of the characters that everyone thought it was going to be the whole time, and that he was doing all this because he thought that Nightwing was his dad. It was Brick. Brick thought Nightwing was his dad because the first Red X is Dick Grayson. The second Red X is this guy that we don't know who he is, some villain. Then there's a third Red X, and the fourth Red X is Brick. Very confused. Did not like it. I did not enjoy that reveal. I don't like that Brick's dead, and now Dane's gone, and Shazam's gone, and dude, they haven't even touched on the fact that Roy Harper's back. Like, he hasn't been in the last couple of issues. Like, Roy Harper's back. Flash was hanging out with them. Then they shoved these 2 issues out like nothing happened. And I'm pretty sure they're going to go back to Roy Harper after this. Beast Boy and Cyborg got hurt, so we know we're getting Cy Beast. And then they announced that this is getting canceled after issue 15. Dude, I don't know. I'm 5 out of 10. Pissed because I was loving the series. They did a couple bad issues, but it was pretty solid. It sucks. We got issue 40 of Catwoman with the cardstock cover. I do want to say one thing about DC this week. And I hope it's not an ongoing thing because I'll be literally very upset. Normally, I praise their cardstock covers. $1 more, you get amazing full cover artwork with a little title up here. And you get a nice, thick cardstock cover, front and back, protect your book. And you get an awesome gloss finish. It looks important. It looks fun. It looks interesting. They did a matte finish, and it kind of makes fingerprints stick. It isn't as nice looking as everything else. It just kind of looks like a cover. It doesn't look like the cardstock cover. Like, this is a special. It doesn't look like, oh, this is a variant. This is way better than the original. That was kind of annoying. I was across all the DC books I got this week, and last week they were all normal. Hope that's not an ongoing thing. I know there was some shipping issues with DC, so hopefully that had to do with it. This is a solid, really good issue. I liked the character tone of Selena here. I like how she's so set on taking care of this girl that put her neck out for her, and then she's killed. So she's doing everything she possibly can to turn the whole city against the people that killed this person, pulling strings and luring these people in and finding who they are, and then killing and slaughtering them, and then finding out that this person's being taken advantage of. And dude, really love the direction that this is going with Catwoman and how she's strolling to relax. She breaks into a museum just to look at the diamonds. Doesn't want to steal them. She just wants to enjoy herself. It was awesome. 8 out of 10. I love this. Is Tini Howard. This is her first real title with DC. I'm very excited about it. And then we hop into my last book of the week. We have issue 5 of Task Force Z, also with a cardstock cover. This book just gets weirder and weirder every issue. Just weirder and weirder. You had KG Beast leading a team from Amanda Waller, which we've never seen before because she's doing her own thing with the War on Earth 3 thing, which is weird because Solomon Grundy and KG Beast and some other characters I don't really care about are fighting with the Task Force Z guys, and a whole bunch of weird shit's going on. I'm very, very confused, but I don't like that character Bloom. I don't trust them. And I don't know what they're going to do next, but it's very, very weird. But I will give it a 7 out of 10. And yeah, that's all I got for the week. All I got. This is a lot. This is the most I've had in a very long time. There was a while where I was getting 15 to 16 books a week. I think that was about this time last year. I was working a lot and I was having plenty of money and I was getting this every time. And it took me the whole summer and everything to finally get my list down. And then everything I'm reading decided to come out this week. A bunch of one-shots, a bunch of new releases, new titles, a bunch of indie stuff. A whole bunch. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of like the 10. I might be reading like 8 titles from DC, and 5 of them came out this week. Yeah, awesome. I'm reading a lot of Marvel, but I'm trying to cut that down. Thank you guys once again. This is the Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. I am Nick. Please do me a huge favor and like, comment, subscribe, follow, hit the bell here on Twitch and YouTube at Vinyl Casket, and Vinyl Casket Comics on Instagram, and the Vinyl Casket on YouTube. Kind of messed that up, but it's no biggie. Be sure to tune into Manny Reads Comics on YouTube this upcoming Tuesday for our latest weekly roundup video. And that being said, I need you to do another big favor for me, bro. Brocitos. I need you to stay lame.